welcome to Half the Battle. Or should I say, hey there, sports fan!
With the Super Bowl just behind us and WrestleMania not that far off, it's time we took a look at the sports-inspired characters of G.I. Joe and ranked them worst to best. Though for my own sanity, I'm not including martial artists because even though that counts as sports, with all the ninjas running around, we'd be here until the next Super Bowl.
Anyway, let's enjoy the wide world of G.I. Joe sports. Here's the list.
Number 7. Big Lob. This character never got a toy at retail, even though he was a pretty big part of G.I. Joe the movie. The Collectors Club did release 2 figures, one using traditional body parts and one with a new body construction. Both go for insane prices nowadays. And he's the worst on the list.
Why?
Well, the figures are honestly okay, but the character in the movie, he was such a stereotype it isn't even funny.
Which is bad because he was supposed to be funny.
Number 6. The Fridge. Once again, an okay figure that also wasn't available at retail. This time it was a mail-away exclusive. And once again, the toy isn't the problem. This figure is good enough. No, the problem is the character, or rather, the lack thereof. Because the fridge is never used for anything in other media, all we get is the file card. I guess to me, he wasn't really ever part of the Joe team, and the card doesn't help because even there he's just a special trainer. They should have committed to the character and have him fight alongside the other Joes. I'm guessing they only got the portrait rights for the toy, not for comic or cartoon depictions.
And that's a shame.
These 2 are really the only bad ones on the list. The rest are pretty decent. Number 5. Big Boa. Okay, barely showing up anywhere is starting to be a theme here. Here's a pretty cool and unique figure, with a pretty unique character too, and they barely do anything with him.
Though in this case there's also a reason for that.
He was originally created to be a foil for another boxer that was gonna join the Joes, namely Rocky Balboa.
Yes, really.
Things fell through at the last moment, with Sylvester Stallone opting for a Rambo toy line and cartoon series, so Big Boa was left with nothing to do. Number 4. Hardball. I swear, when I had the idea for this list, 6 beers in at 4:30 AM right after the Super Bowl ended here in Belgium, I didn't know this was gonna be a theme. But once again, good figure, good character, barely ever used. In fact, this may be the most forgettable character on the list.
How forgettable?
I only remember him showing up in one special missions issue, but I know somebody is gonna correct me and point out where else he shows up. He's so forgettable that when I was looking up figures for this list, I came across him and thought, oh, I should review Hardball. It'll be easy and quick since he only ever got one figure, not realizing I had already reviewed him all the way back in 2016. Of all the entrants on this list, this is the guy I most want to see more of.
Fortunately, the rest of the characters in this list aren't obscure.
Number 3. Captain Gridiron. Though like everybody else on this list so far, there were only 1 or 2 figures of the character, this football jock was anything but obscure. And that's mostly thanks to the D cartoon where he was the de facto leader for a small run of episodes. He's the most fun character on the list, though his getup, including accessories, can be a bit much. He's also not the highest ranked football player on the list.
No, that honor goes to...
Number 2. Red Dog. The second guy that's exclusive to G.I. Joe the movie, but leagues above Big Lob. He got kicked out of football for unnecessary roughness and became part of Slaughter's Renegades. He's also, as far as I can remember, the only Samoan on the G.I. Joe team. His first figure isn't that great, but the one using modern body construction is jacked. I know I said we were done with obscure characters, but Red Dog is somebody I really wish they had done more with after the movie. And the number 1 G.I. Joe sport figure is... Sergeant Slaughter.
Wrestling's fake.
I know. Should we call wrestling a sport? And yeah, I think so.
It's sports education!
I mean, sure, the outcome of the matches is predetermined, but the wrestlers still bust their asses out there, and there's some real athleticism there. Though, obviously, some are more athletic than others. It's close enough to sports to count at any rate. And what can I say about Sergeant Slaughter that I haven't already said?
Nothing!
I devoted like a whole month to the character already. Go watch the main character May on him. He's iconic in the G.I. Joe universe and the best sports figure in the toy line or toy lines. Oh, and since I am including wrestlers, I'll give an honorable mention to Rowdy Roddy Piper, who got a G.I. Joe convention figure. So, did I leave anybody out? Are there any other characters you consider G.I. Joe or Cobra sports people?
Do let me know in the comments below. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing.